Carsten Myhill. I'm the game content manager on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So Edward Kenway is the hero of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and he starts the game very much as a pirate. He has a personality that you would expect from a pirate. He's boisterous, he's hard drinking, he's brash, he fights fearsomely, but he's also a smart guy. He's ingenious, he's resourceful, and he's very charismatic as well. And he needs to be charismatic because he needs to earn the respect not only of his crew, but also of the famous pirates that people the world in which the game is set. Guys like Blackbeard, for example. They need to respect him, so his charisma is key. And he's also got a way with the ladies as well, as you can see in the announcement trailer. The biggest difference with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag in terms of the world that we've created, certainly from Assassin's Creed 3, is that the naval component, the seafaring, the naval combat, the exploration, and the land gameplay, for which Assassin's Creed is famous, the city assassinations, the gorgeous natural environments that we've created, they are all part of one cohesive, open, fluid world. So you can move from land to sea, from ship to ship, from ship to land again, absolutely seamlessly with almost no loading. The reason we've called the game Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is because we feature a new hero and a new setting. So the Ezio trilogy, Brotherhood and Revelations, obviously continued the Ezio story. So by having Edward Kenway in a new setting, the Caribbean in the 18th century, it makes sense to call the game Assassin's Creed 4. But of course, it's about piracy, and we want people to know that. There hasn't been a true HD open world action-adventure pirate game before, certainly of this quality. So we want to make it clear to everybody that this is a pirate game. So that's why we've combined Assassin's Creed 4 and Black Flag, to make it very clear what people are getting. Our focus has been very much to reduce the friction between different environments. So moving from land to sea, to moving to different parts of the map, we try and have no loading whatsoever. No cutscenes, unless it's an important part of the story. Certainly no Animus Room. We definitely want to have a seamless, cohesive experience where you can travel around the world with absolute freedom, without having to be frustrated by loading screens, for example. So the war between assassins and Templars is very much prevalent in the latest installment in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, no question about it. At the moment, we're pushing and communicating very strongly on the fact that Edward is a pirate, first and foremost. That is the story, that's how he starts the game. But as the story develops, he stumbles into this war between assassins and Templars. And we have this interesting juxtaposition of two different ideologies, those of Edward and his pirate friends, and the influences of the likes of Blackbeard saying what he should be, the way he should be living his life, trying to build this pirate republic and everything that means, being the first democratic society in the New World. But also, the assassins are now a part of his life as well. And they, of course, have a different ideology as well. And throughout the course of the story, without wanting to spoil things too much, it becomes clear to Edward that pillaging, stealing, drinking, womanizing, as much fun as it is perhaps not the most sustainable long-term strategy for a good life. And he starts incorporating more and more of the assassin's ways into his daily life. So with that, there's no question that the assassin's part of the game is a very, very strong one. We're just dealing with it in a different way. We're giving a different perspective on it. And certainly for new gamers to the franchise, those who might pick up the game because it's primarily a pirate game from first glance, they'll be able to learn what it means to be an assassin in a very fresh and new way, from the perspective of someone that doesn't really understand it at all and isn't driven by duty or revenge or the classic motivations for previous assassins. So the present day part of the game is indeed a very different approach for us. The Desmond story has ended in Assassin's Creed 3, and it's you, the hero, as the present day. So you the present day, you are now the present day hero. And so that's a very cool opportunity for us to bring players into the Assassin's Creed universe, to be part of it without having to go through a third person like Edward. Now we're going to reveal more and more about the present day as we go on, but what we can say for sure is that everything that's happened story-wise in the past is still relevant now. The story timeline, which ended with in Assassin's Creed 3 in December 2012, is now syncing up very nicely with the real world timeline. So this makes a lot of sense for us to take this new approach and placing you, the player, into the heart of the action as the present day hero. Actually, the way it panned out was this. When we did the research into Assassin's Creed 3 and we realized that naval battles were a key component of the American War of Independence, and we saw the early prototypes, and we saw how much potential it has and how much fun it was. This was around about the time when we were making the final decision on the new setting for Assassin's Creed 4. So once we knew that we had the solid foundation of an awesome naval experience, it made it almost a no-brainer to go the direction that we were thinking of going to the golden age of piracy, where we can take that naval gameplay to a whole new level and make it this cohesive world, combining land gameplay and sea gameplay in one fluid, epic, fun experience.